guys on YouTube today. How are you guys today? I want to show you guys on how to replace your worn out chuck on your keyless drill here. It's a Black & Decker 18 volt drill with a brand new chuck. By the way, I don't have any new chucks in stock right now. I'm just showing you this as a demonstration purposes only, to show you how simple it really is to replace the chuck on your drill instead of having to keep buying new drills. This will work on a key chuck and also a keyless chuck. But what is a keyless chuck? A keyless chuck, this is what I'm going to show you guys on how to replace on the drill though. The keyless chuck, all it is keyless. All you do is tighten it with your hand when you put your bits inside of it. Now, this chuck here is a little worn out as well, but I'm going to show you guys on how simple it is to replace the chuck on your 18 volt Black & Decker drill hill. And by the way, make sure you have it in reverse mode or the opposite way of this thing screws off, because you try to screw it on, it will kind of, if you try to grip it, you want to make sure you grip it very good to be able to get it off. And this will work with most any drill. You don't need a hammer, all you need is your 18 volt battery. And for this, to remove the chuck, I just need a 1/4 inch chuck here. I would recommend something a little bit bigger to stick inside the chuck. But what you're going to need, you're going to need a torque wrench. This is a torque stall bit here, it's a 28 bit here. Is to go inside my drill, inside the drill hole right here, to take out the torque bit screw. And you're also going to need a screwdriver. It doesn't matter what screwdriver, just need the one that has an open end to it, but you're going to have to use one of the long ones. And by the way, this has Loctite on it. This is going to be tough if you guys are removing your chucks the first time. And let's go ahead, and this is kind of like clockwise threading on my drill. It's the opposite of the drill itself. Let's take my long bit here. We're just going to go ahead and insert it inside the chuck. And see this, by the way, what I'm doing here, this is actually tightening the screw on the inside. And by the way, before we pop off, one note, you gotta make sure you have it in drill mode or in one of the clutch capability modes here to able to get the chuck off. But I just have it in drill mode. It's just very simple to pop these guys off, but you have to go kind of clockwise with this drill to take the chuck off. And all you do is you just kind of grasp this here, and you see I'm turning my screw. I'm turning this the opposite way, like when you take out a screw or a bolt out of your bed, or out of any type of material you decide to take it out of. And all the screw is just a lock screw. This lock screw is a tapered screw here. It just helps to hold the chuck into place. And this is just that stall kind of funky pattern screw. And we'll just set that off the side. We'll set this off the side. And by the way, you see that blue Loctite there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, there's that blue Loctite right there, guys. Now, to be able to pop the head off here, what you gotta do is put the key. You're gonna be using whatever type of key you decide to use inside of this. Now, be careful, because this, if you're trying to pop this thing off, it's a lot trickier. I mean, you gotta really grasp it for you don't hurt yourself here. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and put one of my gloves on, that you guys can see that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold my drill, hold the bit. Yeah, see what I mean? You gotta make sure it goes the opposite way of the drill. And it will pop right off. It has a lot of torque, by the way. I don't know what on the easiest way to take these chucks off, but you can see I have the used chuck off, and I'm going to go ahead and put one of my newer chucks on. And you're not going to need the Allen key to be able to put the chuck on. All I have to do is just put it in the reverse mode or the draw mode, and you just kind of like hold it, and you kind of just lock it in there. And that's just the way these keyless chucks work. Is you no longer need a key. I was going to take my glove off. That's used to demonstrate you guys with the removable of the chuck. But what you're going to need is, of course, need your screw to put back inside your drill. And by the way, this is a bit more trickier, because when you screwing it in, see, this is unthreading it. You gotta go the own way to screw the chuck locking screw back in, and you don't really need the wrench or anything like that, because you just point it and you put it back in now. And that's just how simple it is to remove a keyless chuck and replace it with a new chuck on your drill. You can use a key chuck or you can use a keyless chuck. It is only up to you guys. But by the way, these chucks do kind of wear out over time. You see, this one's pretty beetled here, but it still has some good life into it. But I'd recommend replacing them instead of your whole drill assembly. All you need to do is you just need your 18-volt drill. It's a Black & Decker 18-volt drill. You're going to need a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch to take off the chuck. You're going to need a stall bit and also a screwdriver. And by the way, we have a little friend.
Yeah, well, maybe she'll learn a few things from me.
Over here on my desk here. Hold on, guys. Let me show you guys here. Hello. This is kind of a random video. But there you go. Oh, I got a ladybug in my room. And that's kind of cool. That's lucky too. Hello, guy. Oop, now it's flying off. Oh, I don't know where it's going, but it's flying somewhere. Alright. Well, that's kind of an interesting little vlog there. You guys seen a little ladybug in my room, but that's kind of cool. But back to the drill. Over time, the chucks do well out over time because the does spoil down a bit, and your drills and your your bits and stuff, like your drill bits, will go kind of crooked and stuff like that. But I recommend this guy and just buy a new of these chucks. But you gotta know what the size of your chuck is, the inside of the chuck, and you gotta make sure you got the right size for your drill here. Now this is a pretty old 18-volt drill. I had it a pretty long time, and the chuck is starting to wear out a bit, but that's just a demonstration on how to replace your old worn-out chuck. What you do with these, you can scrap these things, or turn around and just toss them in recycle, or toss them into the trash, or keep them as a spare worn-out chuck. Now again, this one is completely worn. This one here. So is this one's worn. This one here does no longer bite into my drill bits anymore. It doesn't lock them in like it's supposed to. And every time I drill something, the bit just falls right out of my drill itself. But that's not the drill's fault. That's just the chuck is just worn out. But what does a chuck do? A chuck is a universal keyless chuck. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate you guys with my tool I have used. And that's all it does. It just turns into a regular cordless drill, or you can actually take apart things and stuff like that. If you guys are new to this channel, please subscribe. Please leave a comment below. Please like. Please share. Peace out. Bye guys. We'll see you in the next vlog. Alright, later YouTube fans.